I'm Petu, and this is how to actually climb to Challenger with Shen. This video presents game theory that I had to learn through trial and error over the course of 8 years of playing League of Legends. A significant fraction of the advice I will give is naturally focused on Shen, but there are no prerequisite knowledge restrictions here. You don't even have to be a top laner in order to learn new concepts from this video. I recommend two alternative viewing methods for this guide. Option number one is that you watch the whole video and try to retain as much knowledge as possible. Taking notes would help immensely. And option number two is that you segment your learning process by bookmarking this video and returning to it periodically over the course of a week or a month. The guide features 4 educational live gameplay commentaries in different matchmaking rating intervals, ranging from Diamond to Challenger. It took over 2 months to make this video, because I had to actually climb all the way to Challenger on an account in order to record all of these games. So please, enjoy the video, and if you feel like it, take some notes. This first game is played in Diamond 1 MMR on EuroQuest. I checked that almost every single player, I think I'm actually the lowest rated player in this game since this account is Diamond 2, but everyone else is Diamond 1. So this will provide a good starting point for our climb to Challenger. We're facing Tryndamere, which can be considered a very aggressive top laner. I actually cancelled one auto attack here, and I just get the first blood. He used Ghost and Flash. I think I said it too earlier that I got first blood actually. I didn't even need to use Flash, that's perfect for me. Now, what happened there is that Tryndamere made the mistake of fighting level 1 versus level 2. Now, levels in the early game are the most important resource, so inadvertently also experience is considered the most important resource. A level up in the early game is worth hundreds of gold. We are talking like 600 gold, a single level up. So the difference between, just in terms of stats, I believe, and the difference between level 1 and level 2 is so huge because you have access to another ability. Right now, I think I will build a Ruby Crystal, and actually, I will go for, I'm thinking about, will I do it? I mean, okay, I will do it. I will go for Longsword. I spent too much time there, but I had kind of a consideration between going for Cloth Armor or Longsword, but I will go for Longsword simply to kind of escalate this early game lead that I built up with that first blood even further. It looks like Lee Sin is getting caught here by the enemy Diana, and the Diana is running Ignite, so she's actually very strong in the early game. Alistar went for a roam on the mid lane, and actually Diana has a huge lead in terms of camps done or experience compared to our Lee Sin. Nice, I just got that minion and I think I will get this too. I will miss that minion, but the next one will be gotten. Oh, I got that one as well. Okay, this one I will get, and this one as well. Nice. So we're up 2 CS and a kill on Tryndamere. And Tryndamere's strong suit, or like where he shines, is when he has full fury. But right now he has no fury, so I can fight him whenever. He actually had a good side step. Like if you saw, he inputted 1 click backwards, and that's why he dodged my taunt. If he continued on the same path, he would get hit by my taunt, but he had a good dodge. But it doesn't matter because he was 0 fury and fighting in my minion wave, so I will always win that fight. And if you just look at the situation, I can force him to play completely passively because he has no business walking up right now. And when Tryndameres are forced to play passively, that's where you win. If you let Tryndamere get on the wave, stack up his fury, that's when you will lose lane. Looks like bot lane is getting Dove, and bot lane I mean enemy bot lane. And that is quite okay for me, I don't mind at all. And we build up a nice early game advantage here. Tryndamere stepped up too far, and I will just punish him with a quick EQ. Here I won't give him a free last hit on the cannon, because I know he will go for that last hit, right? It's obvious that he will do that. And now look at my movement here. I'm going behind him in order to get empowered Q, and then I will E backwards, auto attack once, and I think he's just dead. Ooh, okay. You don't understand how close that was. Oh, that was so close. I think I could have used my Q, but I used my W too late. So I used my W over here in order to activate Key Barrier. But Key Barrier only activates after the triggering ability cast is finished. So since W creates a zone that is not primed until a champion walks into it, it took 2 seconds for it to start, right? So if you use W normally when it's on top of you, the passive shield will be triggered after 1.75 seconds. But now it got triggered after 3.75 seconds, and that actually cost me the ability to tank that last tower shot, and I died. I'm rushing Divine Sunderer just to play more aggressively for lane. And you can see, like, versus these heavy auto-attacking AD champions, utilizing Shen's W properly is just the key to winning these trades. I actually cancelled one auto-attack there, which is very bad by me. In general, you should not be looking for trades when the opponent has a big minion wave. But here I actually don't care, since I'm pretty far ahead and I have Sheen as well. I think I will lose this minion. Okay, no. If you noticed, what I did is I walked in front of the minion. Yeah, I had to be patient there. Bad Shen players would just ult instantly, but you have to take into account what abilities the opponents have, and is the member you're trying, or the member of your team that you're thinking about ulting, is he actually in danger of dying? Here, when the minion falls to low HP, it is obvious that Tryndamere will try to last hit it, so that's why I'm able to just blindly taunt into the bush, because I predict his movement, and he will go for that last hit. Now, let's see how the bot lane is going. Xayah actually rushed plated steel caps, because the enemies have 3 AD champions, and they're laning versus Draven, so it kind of makes sense, and bot lane has a good lead. Now, if we consider the last situation where we traded 1-for-1 with Tryndamere, even though I made a mistake in dying, it is not bad, because I prevented Tryndamere from farming the wave under tower. And now I didn't even take tower shots there, if you notice. Like, you can get away with poking people under tower if you use your E properly. I think this will be very hard for me to win, but I'm kiting, and I will use... Ooh, close. I'm watching bot lane now. I'm gonna ult this in. I think it's enough. Oh no, he still died. I don't have any way of catching up to Draven, so I will just instantly recall in this push. The reason why I instantly recall and don't kind of like shove this wave with Xayah is that if you consider, like in League of Legends, when champions are sharing a minion wave, sharing experience from a minion wave, then there is a 24.73% bonus experience split among the members who are sharing the experience in that wave. And if you consider the total resources gained from a minion wave, on average, if you convert experience to gold, you are gaining 12% increased resources from a wave. This is on average, because you cannot simply convert experience into gold with a static factor or a constant factor. So on average, it is you are gaining 12% of a wave when you share it with one additional member in your team. So in that situation, it is not worth for me to gain a 12% kind of fraction of a wave by staying in bot lane, and instead it is much better to instantly recall and come back top lane, where there is a 100% of a wave, or 150% of wave, because there were multiple waves stacking on my tower. So always when you're in the situations where you ult the bot lane, the consistently better option is getting a kind of instant recall off. Because all the time that you're spending in bot lane, if you're just sharing experience, you're not granting anything towards your team. Because the 12% increase is only when you're considering the two situations that your ADC is getting the wave alone, or then there's one additional member. But if you consider 2 additional members, then 2 additional members in relation to 1 additional member is a 0% increase. Because the amount of bonus experience split does not actually increase if you have multiple members in the team. So if you're wasting time in bot lane, at the same time you're losing resources somewhere else, and you're losing presence somewhere else. Now we're looking for a dive with Lee Sin onto the Tryndamere here. We force his ultimate, and I'm gonna taunt backwards. And there was possibility to ignite, but he would leave based on just the ignite, so I'm not gonna do that. And now we should take this wave, I feel like. I think I have 20 seconds on ultimate, and now he should back off. It's fine. I think Nami is fine there. I think he's fine. Yeah. Okay. Xayah died, which is unfortunate. She gave a shutdown, I think. Oh no! Oh no! Nami died as well. Just now back off now. And I'm not even gonna attempt to push this wave in. The reason is that Shen does not have enough wave clear at these early stages without a wave clear item. That, like, look, Tryndamere's already back in lane. If I stayed there, it would just be really int on my part. Because, I'm looking for an opportunity here. I think they will try to commit onto Xayah, maybe. I think we win this. Nice! Did you see the way I layered my W and E? I didn't use my E until my W ran out. So what this is doing is I'm giving Xayah a, let's see, this is 1.5 seconds and this is 1.75 seconds. So I'm giving Xayah a 3.25 second kind of interval of immunity, and that can be extended to about 3.5 seconds when you consider the fact that Draven has to kind of use an auto attack in order for me to use my E. So I don't need to immediately use the E after the W times out. I just have to see when he uses the kind of first click, or if you did otherwise, if you did E into W, then that would be the case. But once again, after the play in bot lane, instantly get out of there. You don't need to waste time in bot lane. Like, you could consider, okay, maybe it's better to push the wave and we get tower platings and stuff like that. But consistently making the right decision is running out. This is what I've learned over the course of many thousands of games of Shen. I have to give credit where credit is due. Freak has a fantastic video on experience, gold, and kind of the value of levels throughout the course of a League of Legends match. And this is where I was inspired to kind of analytically observe the decision in staying in bot lane versus instantly recalling after a Shen ultimate. So make sure to, if you're interested in that, just search for Freak levels, experience, stuff like that. He has a good video on it. That's just a mistake on my part. I honestly thought I could beat, but I didn't check his items beforehand. He had Kraken Slayer already, which is a huge power pack. You see it does 300 true damage, this Kraken Slayer item. And I had 1.5k gold unspent. Now, I will look for the Titanic Hydra here, simply because if I don't go for Titanic Hydra, I won't have enough wave clear to efficiently deal with Tryndamere split push. And this is a mistake. This is an honest mistake. But the thing is that mistakes are okay to make. You know, let's take a kind of anecdote from traditional sports. Everyone knows Michael Jordan, right? One of the greatest basketball players of all time. One of the greatest athletes of all time. When Jordan was asked in an interview, my ultimate was late here. But I think we win. Double kill. I still have E flash ready for Diana. Maybe it's into event, right? I can flash the Alistar W. That's nice. We pick up the Diana with my what is it? Divine Sunder proc there. But when Jordan was asked about his greatness, the question was something like this, like, people consider you one of the greatest basketball players of all time. How have you succeeded, and how are you this good? And just listen to what I'm gonna say was Jordan's answer. So Jordan answered something like this: I have missed 9,000 shots in NBA games. I have lost over 300 games, and 26 times my team has given me the opportunity, to make the game-winning shot, and I have failed. And that is exactly why he succeeds. Just think about that. This man, considered one of the greatest athletes ever, has failed 9,000 times in an act which he has practiced. How many of you have failed over 1,000 times in something? Not many, I would say. Maybe none of you. But that's exactly what makes someone great. Is repeated failure combined with an attitude of proper improvement results in greatness. Because every failure is an opportunity to learn something. You know what I learned on that dev top side? I learned that I have to respect Tryndamere Krakenslayer's power spike. I haven't played versus Tryndamere that much because he's more like a one-trick pony champion, right? People don't just play Tryndamere randomly, so he's not. I don't think he has very high pick rate. But now I know for the future that I have to check Tryndamere's items whenever I'm picking a fight against him. And if he has his mythic completed, I need to respect that. And it is not only Tryndamere, this can be generalized to many other champions. Guess I pick up the kill again. I have to go bot side. I'm pinging my Lee Sin to go for this Ocean Drake because I feel like... Oh, sorry, not Ocean Drake, Cloud Drake. Because I feel like that is the way we're going to win this game, is through Drakes. I'm gonna do the blind taunt on Tryndamere here. He's trying to... Ooh, he ghosts, and I think he's just out. I did an early ignite there. It was not necessary for me to ignite. I guess at the same time King gets caught. That's really bad. Man, I wasn't there. I wasn't there, guys. And this is bad that I have this many kills. Because you don't want kills, Shen, you want assists. Now, we could do something cheesy here. If you look, I waited for the Scrying Orb vision reveal to time out. And then what we try to do is we try to cheese Drake. Because they think that we don't have a jungler, which is true. But we're just gonna kind of cheese this Drake, because their thought process is that, okay, their jungler died, so why would they go for the dragon? Because we could just steal it. But instead, we just wait for the opportunity where their information disappears, and then make the play that they do not expect. I actually listened to Art of War on Audible. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just really like listening to audiobooks. I feel like it's easier way of kind of attaining information than reading books, because you don't have to focus your eyes on the same thing and you can do it while like doing other stuff. Anyways, but Art of War, there's a chapter that focuses on this kind of information and disinformation idea. Okay, that's not directly the words that they use, but information is definitely used. And I think concepts from Art of War can be generalized into any kind of competitive game. Yike. Now would Lee Sin to save him. Alistar uses his... oh no. Oh no, oh no, this can be bad. This can be bad, but it's not necessarily bad. But I think it's bad. We lost 2 members and Tryndamere split pushing. I don't want to stay here on the wave because I'll lose a lot in bot side, but I think... Oh no, I left Xayah alone. I think she just dies instantly. Xayah actually cancelled Talon's Prowler's Claw there. I'm picking up too many of these kills with my Divine Sunderer damage. Sucks. I'm actually just gonna safeguard Sylas's recall. I'm gonna tank this. Well, okay, we pick those 2 up, but enemies are already ending, or something like that. I have to take this game into our own hands right now. Actually, I'm gonna flank them. I'm not even gonna recall. I'm gonna flank Diana here. Look, we're doing double flank here. Good dodge by Sylas. Wait, patiently, guys. Nice, we get the shutdown onto Xayah, which is really good. A lot of gold. How was it? It was 800 gold that went to Xayah. That's really good guys. It's still winnable. You have to believe that these games are winnable. Like, in general, my kind of mindset, or what I have dubbed the challenger mindset, is that you kind of deserve to win the game until you make one mistake. After you make one mistake in a game, at that point you no longer deserve to win the game. But if you manage to win the game, that's good. The reason why this mindset, it may seem kind of counterintuitive after having talked about how making mistakes is okay and even recommended, but this mindset kind of allows me to not let the performance of my teammates tilt me. Because when you adapt the mentality of not deserving to win, then losing will not feel bad. I will continue on this subject, but we'll have to play this fight out first. I'll ult onto Sylas, maybe catch the Draven here. No. This is kind of bad. Feel like the fight is very split up, but I think we actually win this. Now, if here, okay, Lee Sin lives. That's really good. No, we can do it. Talon is probably gonna look to backdoor, maybe. No, he's not. We should. Look at that taunt onto Alistar. He didn't get his Q because I taunted him. Do you see my... Oh, I need to... Okay, now we recall. We need some magic rest. We only lost one tower, it's not bad. The tower was low anyways, right? I remember it was low. We look for Infernal Drake right now. We wait for this inhibitor to spawn and then we're in a good situation. Then if we get this next Drake, we have Soul Point and Inhibitor respawned and Baron buff. So that will be a really good way of winning the game. Now we fight for the Drake, definitely. I'm going to use this Vision Plant, kind of see where they have wards. Okay, nice, we get 2 wards cleared. And now I think we should just rush the Drake, honestly. We have enough damage to do it. Diana might look for a steal. Nice. And now we play a bit passively. I feel like that's the right play. I'm gonna clear bot side since I have my ultimate up, so I can join my team whenever. And now I will return to that subject that I was talking about earlier. Okay, we see Diana here. I need to back. I can't be here. I can't get caught right now. If I get caught, that's 1000 gold almost going to enemies. So, in a book by Mark Manson, I actually learned about this concept. Or not concept, it's just an alternative definition of words. But you have to think about the difference between fault and responsibility. So fault is when something happens or something has happened. So fault is in the past, but responsibility is in the present. So when my team feeds, it's not my fault that they're feeding, but it is my responsibility that they're feeding. So because we are a team and we have to win the game together, I am responsible for dealing with the fact that my teammates are playing bad, right? But it's not my fault. But you have to make that distinction between the past and the present. And then like this attitude change will allow you to constantly improve, because you start focusing only on your own performance, because you feel like, okay, I'm responsible for winning this game, you know, or I'm responsible for playing in a manner that grants us the win even though my team played bad. I'm gonna go for Aegis here because I wanna finish Gargoyle Stoneblade as my next item. He goes for the bubble, and I think this is a taunt. No, it's not. If you see, Diana is constantly looking for the E onto for the E onto Nami there, but we don't let him do that. I have ultimate here, I can join my team. I think I should do that actually. We can probably end. Okay, got the root. I need to have a ward, I was trying to ward bring it over the wall. That's fine. I still don't know, maybe we can try to land, but it's probably not the right call. We should back up since we have Drake coming up. We don't need to throw right now. Or we don't need to like flip a coin for the win. We can just back off, wait for our ultimates, play for Infernal Drake. Now, we didn't have Baron buff, so what we need to do is we need to like really back off to get safe recalls here. I think I will sell Doran's shield, buy 2 control wards, and... Ooh, this is gonna... Okay, I'm gonna go for Elixir. The reason is that... Ooh, that's very good, that's very good. I want Power Spike now, because these fights are the game deciding factors, right? So, I don't have the luxury of waiting for my next item. Like this 1.8k, we can maybe say, okay, I will be able to complete that item by the time that the Infernal Drake spawns. I win this, by the way, I win this. I think... Is my Ignite not enough? No. Oh, listen! Ooh. We kill. Very good. Hey. Hey, guys, we kill. If he gets executed from minions, I swear. Okay. I honestly thought he was gonna get executed from minions. I would be so tilted. I mean, actually, I wouldn't have been tilted. It would have been kind of funny. I don't tilt from the stuff like that. I'm looking for ultimate now on the Sylas. Almost got Draven. Infernal Drake up in 1 minute. Oh, I should have ulted Sylas. It's okay. I'm legendary. We have GA. Sylas kills. Nice. Very good guys, very good guys. That's a good Divine Shender play. They don't have TP or anything. Enemy team surrenders. That's first game done. Thank you very much. Next game will be played in Master Tier 200 LP. So stick around for that. Hello guys, this is Axpeto from the future, interrupting game 1 and game 2 for a little stat check. Take a look at this guys. What do you see here? Watch time from subscribers. Last 28 days. What is this, Not subscribed? 63.2%. I know you've been watching my content. You think you can get away with not subscribing? I mean, yeah, you can. That's true. But what if you considered it? Big red button, yes. Looks very juicy. Maybe press it. Maybe free good content, yes. Consider it. Just a thought. You can take it back. It's free, man. I mean, 37% of you are Chads already, so... Or Chadlets. Wait, is Chadlet female? Anyways. Enjoy game 2. Alright guys. Welcome to the second game in how to actually climb to Challenger. This game is played on Master 160 LP right now on this account. And it is obviously your quest, my main account. Looks like bot lane is getting cheesed. We're playing versus Rengar in the top lane. What Rengar just tried to do there, while I was leashing, Rengar went right here and pulled the minions towards the top bush while I was leashing. And the reason why he does that is, when you do that, the enemy minions, so in this case my minions, will focus the opposing minions, or like his minions, faster, so that the minions die faster. So what he was trying to do is, he was trying to deny me experience. There's another reason for him doing that as well, like other than the fact that he can deny me experience, but he did not deny me experience in this case, because I'm Shen and I have a really fast leash, even though I have a powerful leash. And the reason is that as Rengar, he wants to keep the minions close to bushes, so that he can jump. Actually, it took a bad trade there. Didn't realize he was already level 3. I'll have to chill just a bit. He has empower. He's gonna try to empower me. Okay, I missed 1 minion for that, but that's fine. Try to get this cannon. Oh no, I missed it. So I'm always looking for a taunt when he's under tower like this. He unfortunately got the E3 minions there. I caught up pretty well in farm, even though like I was basically playing the lane from behind. At this level, it matters a lot whether you're leashing or not. Like pre-diamond, it doesn't matter so much, but diamond and above, there's a huge difference in like leashing and not leashing. Nice. The reason why I flashed so early there is because I know that Rengar, he wasted flash already, so he will try to commit on the kill. I need to push out top. I really need to push this out. I don't know if Jarvan will help me. Oh, Rengar 3-feed. Hello. Can we kill? We kill! Yes! Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely magnificent. So, if you saw, I ignited very early. Once again, I'm using my summoner spells very early. But this time it's for a good reason. Because I'm playing with Rengar. He has massive heals on Empire W and Conqueror. So when I ignite early, I'm denying all of that healing. Because but he's... Oh no, am I dead here? No, I'm just dead. Ah, that's so annoying. Like, we had to stop Shen, I guess, Viego, from freezing that, because it would have been terrible if he just freezed it there and Rengar could maintain it. But I don't know, it was wrong to die. It was definitely not worth to die for that. The mistake I did was Eing. There is no reason to E there. Like, I already stopped the freeze, but then I tried to overcommit for it because I'm so greedy. Okay. So that was my mistake. So it is important to stop the freeze, but I do not want to fight, you know? I don't want to fight that, especially not if I'm in a situation where I just want to back, you know? So yeah, using your summoner spells, like especially Ignite, a bit earlier than you're used to, is something that actually makes a difference. So Ignite not only does damage, because I see a lot of people only use Ignite when they see the opponent in like low HP or kill range, you know? They never Ignite earlier. But if you Ignite earlier, you might get more value out of it, because you deny a big heal, or like reduce the heal in half. Or then the other thing is when you're running Nimbus Cloak like me, then you also gain movement speed. Bro, really? Okay, I have already missed 2 cannon minions on the tower. That's not good. Don't get that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wait for my Ignite and then look for an opportunity to kill. Because I'm actually pretty strong with plated steel caps. No, look to see where Rengar is. Okay, he is me. Only did 38 damage. We're pretty even in CS, he has a minor lead. Got my Ignite coming up in 20 seconds. Okay, we see him, he's right here in the bush. Tries to hop. So with Rengar, you want to engage trades when he uses his empowered ability. When he's at low ferocity, that's when he's his weakest. At high ferocity, he's strong. So you can see good Rengar players, they will not like... Ooh, that was an opportunity where I could have even ignited. I can't kill him, but reducing both of those W heals would probably actually mean that I win the lane phase. Okay, we see Viego is here. I have ultimate. Rengar used ultimate. Oh, I shouldn't take that. Viego is still hanging around. Oh, is Jarvan. No, I would really like to get this wave pushed out. And Jarvan has the same idea as me. So I will push this wave out and go for a Bramble West. The reason why I'm going for this, if you look at their top side, it is auto attacker, and both of them have heals. Or some kind of sustain. So going plated steel caps into Bramble West is the perfect build right there. Looks like mid lane's doing pretty well. Orianna has just a bit more farm, but Vel'Koz got kill and assist in the early skirmish on top side. And bot lane is losing. Okay! Yeah, because bot lane died level 1. But Jarvan just flash ulted Orianna there, and now we have an even bigger advantage in the mid lane. You know, it's Ezreal Janna, so it's not the worst bot lane to be behind on, if you understand. Because, like, if you were behind on an immobile ADC, say, like a Jinx or something like that, then the opponents can punish you even harder through bot lane. But with Ezreal Janna, they're a very safe lane, and I mean, I'm not an expert on bot lane matchups, but like at this point in the I'm gonna have to flash here. But yeah, I kill him. Yes. I use Nimbus Cloak movement speed to outmaneuver him there, and I can't go for this wave. I will have to recall, get another Ruby Crystal, maybe a control bard, look bot lane immediately. Okay, bot lane is all good. And we're just gonna walk back to top lane. Looks like my wave crashed, that's very good for me. I'm just looking mid lane now because we know Viego is top side. Yeah. I think he's here now. He's running away. Yeah, he went there. I'm watching bot lane now. I think they win that, actually. I really think they win that. I don't need to ult. Yeah! Let's go, bot lane! Okay, so what I was saying earlier before this whole thing with Viego happened, is that once you get to Master Tier Elo, and you want to climb even higher, you need to start learning not just your own lane, not just your own matchups, but also mid lane matchups and bot lane matchups. Because your decisions on when to ult and how to play the game will depend on understanding why I miss cannons every time. No, it will depend on understanding how certain matchups work. Like, it doesn't need, you don't need to have advanced knowledge of bot lane matchups at the challenger level, but what you need to understand is what the champions are capable of, and what the, like, combination of champions are capable of. I'm watching, yeah. No, I even baited Rengar to come in. Oh, no, don't die. I think Janna could have lived there. I wasted my W. I could have kept W for Janna, but Janna kind of stepped outside it, and I used E at the same time. So it's better to like, when you're saving a teammate, what you want to do is you don't want to overlap your taunt and your W. You want to either first use QW to protect your teammate from getting attacked, and if you look here, I'm keeping my blade in a position where I will get the empowered Q when Rengar jumps. So right here I was keeping my blade here, and I know that Rengar wants to jump on the minions and kind of hop over me, so to say. So when he's in this bush and he wants to jump here, I keep my blade here, so when he jumps I can press Q when he's mid-air, and then I get the empowered Q and I can trade onto him. I know that Viego is top side. If you look bot side, we have super ward coverage and Jarvan taking red buff. So I'm playing as necessarily like a weak side here. So what I need to do is I need to respect the fact that the opposing team has more pressure on the top side, and understand that my bot lane can play it out and I don't need to be the carry right now. Looks like Rengar is not like putting any pressure here though, and he's kind of low HP. So I'm kind of playing my limits right now, because Viego should be here. Oh, well, he's here. Okay, guys, you have to understand something. I literally spoke out loud and told myself what I should do, and told you guys what I should do, and did the exact opposite. So at this point, you need to understand that, like, this happens to me a lot, and I swear it happens to a lot of you guys. But I think there is like a kind of inner conflict within me, because I can't decide whether to go like by my greediness, or what my eyes see at the current moment, or what my game sense and intuition tells me. And like, this is something that I struggle with and I need to improve on, and you guys need to like isolate the fact or like the mistakes that you keep making and understand why you make them and then try to change them. So there I spoke like my brain was understanding what I should do, and what I should do is I should back off, because I was playing weak side. But instead, I played aggressively. I guess it has educational value, because I showed you exactly what will happen if I don't play aggressively. So maybe there was another side of me that was like, okay, well, I can make some value content here, because if I die, then it's okay, because it provides an example to further like validize my teachings. Or if I manage to outplay it, then I can just say that I'm mechanically superior. So I guess I just wanted to show off and didn't play accordingly, or didn't play according to what is correct, so to say. So, but yeah, really, there should be no reason for me to die there, or there is a reason, but you know, it's not justified. Yeah. Nice, we get another kill on bot lane. We saw Viego top lane again. Our team's doing extremely well. At this point, like, actually, the thing with getting to high elo is I feel like Shen, when you're playing Shen in lower elos, it's a bit different than playing him in high elo, and not just like any other champion, where of course enemies are better and teammates are better. But with Shen, it like inherently changes your playstyle if you're playing in higher elo, because in higher elo, like correct passive playstyle is rewarded more than in low elo, because in low elo you can't be passive even if it was the correct choice, because you need to gain a lead through your lane, because you cannot trust your teammates to carry the game, and that's just how it is. But once you get to higher elos, master, grandmaster, challenger, then when you know the players, you know you have LEC ADC or something similar, ADC who is really good, then you can start like giving that carry role over to the people who like from a team comp perspective should be carrying, you know? Because say you're in gold elo, you can't trust your gold 4 Ezreal to pop off and carry the game after it gets 4 kills. But when I'm in master, I can put like some faith into my ADC when he's 5-1. So what I can do is I can like divert resources into him and kind of prioritize getting my carries fed over myself. And I would say, if you can, always give kills to your carries when you're master tier and above, because this is an example that I learned. I think it was season 5 or something. One of the first like VODs I watched. I don't remember who it was. It's sad that I don't remember who it was. But someone said. They said, what is more scary? A 7-0 Lee Sin or a 0-0-7 Lee Sin? So what is more scary? A Lee Sin with 7 kills and 0 deaths, or a Lee Sin with 0 deaths and 7 assists? And the answer to that is, the correct answer is a Lee Sin with 7 assists. Because that means that Lee Sin has not only made kills happen, but he has given those killed rewards to his teammates. And Lee Sin is not a scaling champion, and before, like, we're talking Season 5, he scaled even worse than he does now. So, when you're dealing with a player who plays a supportive playmake champion, Shen, Lee Sin, these are both supportive playmakers. Because I can use my ultimate to make plays anywhere on the map. But if that player realizes that they should... I can actually kill him here. Nice. Just a quick E-flash to finish him off. Okay, Viego is here as well. Look at that W. That W saves him. I was being patient with it, The flash from Escher was really good right there. I didn't have, like, my E just came up when Viego died, so Wing there was very important. I will reset now. So yeah, if you can be a 007 Shen over a 700 Shen, you should do that, especially in higher reloads. I'm just gonna finish off my Titanic Hydra, and let's look at the team comps here. You know what I could do? This is a game to go Locket. Definitely. If you look, I had 1,500 exact gold for Ages of the Legion. I want to talk about Ages of the Legion. I really despise these items like build path. The fact that it's so expensive. You know, this used to be, it didn't have ability haste, but it used to be 1,100 gold. What just happened? But it feels, especially on a low-income champion like Shen, it feels very hard sometimes to obtain enough gold to get this. So sometimes you will just be, especially because it's a component that you tend to build for Gargoyle Stoneplate, which is a late-game item. So in late game, if you start building Gargoyle Stoneplate, you will be stuck on a Null Magic Mantle or a Cloth Armor for a while if you don't have enough gold to finish Ages of the Legion. But enough about that. Let me explain why I'm going Locket this game. So if you look at this game, we are obviously snowballing, but the game is not won yet. We always need to think, how do we push this advantage further? So how do we close this game off? So will purchasing a damage mythic, for example Riftmaker, for example Sunfire Ages, will that really be the most efficient way of closing this game out? No, I don't think so. Because I'm not the one who's dealing damage. So you have to think from, like, when you're doing mathematical proofs, for example, you know, as you do, there are so many ways to, like, make a proof, or to prove something. You can prove it directly from definition, or then, like what is my example right now, is using contrapositive. Or, basically setting your mindset so that to do something, it is not always the easiest path to directly do that, but instead you can look at it from the complete opposite perspective. And so what is my objective here? My objective is to... it's hard talking at the same time when you're playing a Master game. Anyways, I'm trying my best. So my objective is to end the game as fast as possible, right? So, okay, there's one. So what is the opposite of that? It is how to lose the game. And how we lose the game is by our carries dying. So we build Locket of the Iron Solaris so we can shield them, you know? So we are not thinking about how do we snowball the game as fast as possible. We are instead thinking, how do we win the game as fast as possible? No, how do we prevent losing the game? Yeah, sorry, I got confused myself. So this was Master 170 LP game, and the next game will actually be played on the same account, so don't get confused, but it will be in Grandmaster. Because I will play, like, it might even be like a 1 month break between these games for me in real time, but for you watching on YouTube, there will be no break, and it will immediately fast forward to the next game where I'm playing on the same account, but after reaching Grandmaster. I hope you learned something, and consider subscribing if you didn't already. But let's go to the next game. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Game 3 of How to Actually Climb to Challenger. Now, the game you just saw, Game 2 in Master Elo, if you watched it, it was actually recorded almost, I would say it's almost been 2 months or something. There's been a big break in between here because I've been doing other stuff. I haven't climbed that much, but recently, within the past days, I would say today is Wednesday, and on Monday I started grinding. I've gone from 200 LP to 400 LP in 2 days by using my trademark Redemption Shen build. Now, when this video releases, I think I would have made a video explaining in depth how this Shen build works. It basically utilizes support items like Redemption and Mikael's to completely kind of transform the way you think about top laners in general. Because Shen is a supportive champion by nature. When you really think about it, his Q and E and ultimate, these are all supportive capabilities. So we're basically adding on to that and just playing the support style, but from top lane. But we are not sacrificing early game power, except this game, because I'm facing Yorick. And versus Yorick, the thing is that I actually don't want to fight him. I feel like if Yorick plays correctly, I cannot solo kill him. So what I have done instead is I have opted out of my normal grass page, and I have opted into a spellbook setup. Now you might wonder, like, why would you go spellbook and then you go combat summoner spell? This is. I might have explained this in because I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. It depends on whether I get challenger soon or not. But this setup, what it does is it utilizes exhaust, because exhaust is one of the best summoner spells in the game. Obviously, like to support your team. But in 1v1 situations it's not that good. But the idea here is that we have spellbook, which we can use to swap to teleport at 6 minutes into the game, and that will be most likely our first recall. The reason why we take this into Yorick is because Yorick perma-shoves like constantly. He's always pushing into me. And it is very difficult for you to get normal recalls of like without teleport against him. So what I'm doing is I'm like forfeiting basically this whole trading. I'm not gonna trade with him at all, and instead what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play for mid game power. Okay, looks like yeah, we got the cannon. That's nice. Yorick TP'd bot lane. I don't know if he got any assist yet. No, he didn't. That is actually good for us. I think I get this. Yeah, nice. And yeah, basically we're playing for our team and not for lane, which is something that is maybe not normal in like mid-elo, but I'm definitely thinking that this is one of the best ways to play Shen right now, especially in high-elo, where like carry players know what they're doing. Let's talk about minion dematerializer, because I obviously take minion dematerializer from the inspiration tree, and what I want to do with demat is I want to use it on every minion type, because there are 3 of them. So we do use it once on melee minions, once on ranged minions. There's a whole lot of action going on. I don't even have time to talk about this, but we use it first on caster minions. And the reason is that when the wave pushes into us right here, when you use it on casters, it will be easier for us to last hit. Because like after level 4, you have enough base AD and damage on Q to kill the caster minions after 1 tower shot. But with minion dematerializer, you can already do it at level 2. So this fits into our pattern of letting us get pushed in and playing for minute 6 TP back to lane. The next dematerializer you actually want to use on melee minions, just to make it easier to farm and maybe like get a minion that you wouldn't normally get. And then the last one you want to use on cannon minion when you want to shove a wave. So I might hold on to the last one a little bit longer, just so I will either use it in a situation where I wouldn't get the cannon minion, or then I will use it to shove the lane when I need to. So well, that's all for runes for now. Actually, I can talk about my secondary runes. So normally you would probably go Resolve, but what I've done is I really want to get Ultimate Hunter, because I'm not trading, so I don't prioritize the Resolve that much. And instead, what I do is I prioritize Ultimate Cooldown through Ultimate Hunter. And this is all playing into what I think is something that people don't realize, is just playing into win conditions. So all I'm doing is I'm actually thinking, like, how do I win the game? That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking how do I win the lane. All I'm thinking is what enables me to win this game. And I feel like Spellbook will enable me to win this game. Let's focus on the matchup a little bit. It's been pretty chill. I have my ultimate now, and I have a swap up. I'm not gonna use the swap yet. Normally you want to use the swap every time you get it, because it then goes on cooldown. But I'm not sure which summoner spell I want to take right here, and I kind of want to keep my flash and exhaust. So, okay, I will swap my flash away. Yes. And I will have teleport now. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to ult bot lane and then use my spellbook teleport to get back into lane. Looks like Yorick has a Sheen. I'm gonna take some damage here. Okay, Yorick uses ultimate. You never ever want to E into Yorick, because if you E into Yorick, he has his cage, you are dead, 100%. He has Conqueror, you never win it, guys. You never E into Yorick, trust me, just trust me on this one, you never E. It's similar to Darius, because you will die. It's not a question, like it's a fact. And I'm always using W to kind of block the ghoul damage. The Maiden is a big part of what makes Yorick strong. I think Lee Sin might look to dive me, but I'm fine because I have Exhaust. That's one of the reasons why I take Exhaust, because I'm already like focusing on playing under tower. So Exhaust allows me to kind of outplay ganks or dives in a way that Ignite doesn't, because obviously Ignite is helpful for getting a kill when someone dives you, but exhausting someone when they dive you, this might result in much more. Because when you think about it, the movement speed slow will probably amount to at least one more tower shot taken if you exhaust the target that is being focused by the tower. And then additionally, you're reducing their damage dealt. So you're surviving for longer, which means they have to tank more tower shots. And it's just really good. And exhaust, when you look at it in late game teamfights, I'm gonna exhaust Kai'Sa. Like, that will reduce their damage output by a lot for how much is 3 seconds. It's very like noticeable. You see, he goes for trades, but I don't even fight back. I don't care. I'll let him do it. I simply don't care. All I want to do is farm up. I want to get my Turbo Game Tank, then I get Redemption, then I get Mikael's Crucible, and my boots will be Ninja Tabi, or sorry, Plated Steel Caps. Now it looks like they might dive me here. I will be... Yeah, I'm just dead. That's my bad. Couldn't outplay that type. I haven't shopped, and the enemies are just a bit too strong. I will just... Looks like they just take the tower flat out. Kai'Sa dodges are ultimate. Then I'm looking for ulti bot lane probably. Nice. Good flash by Syndra. Really good flash by Syndra. Syndra flashed forward because he knew that I was ulting and have E up. Or she, or they, or whatever. Han, like we say in Finnish. That was a good kill, definitely. I still have my TP. I'm gonna TP now bot lane. Ouch. Well, we killed Kai'Sa, that's fine. It's completely fine. I think they actually used 2 TPs to bot lane. Yeah, we're fine with this. We're completely fine with this. Actually not upset at all. we traded ADCs and we got a shutdown. They didn't. Remember, I'm using my keyboard like F keys. I'm actually not using F keys, but that's what people call them, because I have rebound them to spacebar, B, C, and X. So this way I can use my thumb while keeping my index finger, middle finger, and what is it called in English? I actually don't know. It's called... Is it ring finger? Yeah, it's ring finger. Ho, 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 ho. It's called nimetön in Finnish, which means nameless. They just couldn't bother like giving the finger a name though, so they just called it nameless. I'm gonna recall now. I got my next WAP. I think I'm gonna go for heal, and then we finish our Turbo Game Tank. We got our boots as well. The reason why I recall there is because I don't wanna like flip the dive here. Like, okay, I lose a wave, but if Lee Sin came directly from Dragon, they might just dive me bot lane. I'm kind of scared for Syndra here. I'll give her a pink ward and move back to bot lane. Now, okay, we saw Lee Sin was here, but I can still defend the tower. We have our heal ready, guys. Never mind, guys. We get one shot by Lee Sin. It's just the way it is sometimes. I thought I could postpone my flash, but I think he did Ward Hop flash ultimate. Just leaving me no room for a counterplay there. I was I think it was bad here that I didn't use my W to block Kai'Sa's 5th shot. But that's about it. Yeah, it's played the Steel Caps game, but we go for redemption. Hold on mid lane. Intro's ulting. Ooh, press the hook. Good effort. Oh, this Lee Sin is doing 2 camps at the same time. This is something that you see in Challenger, but not lower elos. People are doing 2 camps at the same time. Nice, that's really huge. We got the shutdown from Lee Sin. That's so nice. You wanna look for these aggressive ultimates, guys. Trust me, they're so valuable. Like, none of this passive gameplay, just straight up, man. Just ult them, ult your jungler, make aggressive plays. Obviously it's much easier for me in Challenger because these players actually know what Xenult does. But I'm sure you will be able to do some aggressive ultimates in lower elos as well. Now we're just gonna get out of there, like... No need to take any fights. I feel like our team scales. Definitely. And we scale. Syndra is just playing 1 vs 1 in top lane versus Victor. I'm back to bot lane against Yorick. Oh, looks like he might die. Victor flashed. Oh, that's really nice. That's really good, guys. But we lose Jinx. They just got dove in between 2 towers. This Lee Sin is making a lot of plays this game. Notice how I'm just chilling in my W. Like, when he goes EQ, I'm just using my W, protecting myself. Not much there to think about. I use the full duration. Okay. This Lee Sin is not bad. It's not bad at all. You know what, we're gonna play for team fights. Like, they got 2 Drakes already. That's quite bad. We definitely need need the third Drake here or we're gonna be in trouble because they're just gonna have so much pressure from the soul point. I have 10 seconds on my ultimate. It's like we're fighting middle lane. I don't really agree with this. We're not like fighting. Okay, ult on Jinx. Double taunt. It's huge. It's huge, guys. Oh, that was like pixel perfect. Because if I didn't get all of the auto attacks and Ignite onto Lee Sin, he would have lived. He died to the last Jinx auto attack, and he was out otherwise. That's the play we were looking for. That's really the play we were looking for. We need to rush this immediately, by the way. We can't like wait 1 second. We need to rush it immediately because otherwise we might be in trouble. They spawn now, so they're walking here. They're at inhibitor now. Lee Sin is spawning now, so he's here. We need to do this fast. Give them no chance. This gives us a lot of room. Okay, this is really nice. I'm gonna recall now. Watch out there in mid lane. Really need to be careful now. We go for Kindle Gem, finish Steel Caps, and Control Ward. Obviously I'm building Redemption, but you don't want to ever guys, don't build Fairy Charm. It's useless. Just there I had enough gold for Fairy Charm, but obviously it gives nothing on Shen because he has no mana. So we're just gonna take the Control Ward instead, as you should. Even on mana champions, you should probably go for the Control Ward instead. He's dead. Nice. Diana is so strong, guys. She's gonna complete Riftmaker. Needs 70 gold. Okay, she can sell refillable potion and completes Riftmaker. I have 40 seconds on my ultimate. Yorick is back to bot lane. Now we're just... Ooh! Syndra ultimate almost killing Kai'Sa there. You need to be careful, Like, we don't know if they come. Like, we really don't want to give more kills to Lee Sin. Yeah, Janna was there. Like, you have to be really careful. Alright. I'm gonna clear the Yorick ghouls. Once again, blocking his Q. Just standard. Always blocking his Q. With my W. That's really nice. Okay, he drops the Herald. You can't stay in the cage, guys. I would die there. Like, the cage is too strong. I'm gonna clear the Herald. Alright. I really couldn't prevent that tower from falling when he drops Herald. I just don't have the 1v1 power to take Yorick on there. I have enough for the... what is it called? Forbidden Idol, yeah. Shield item. So this build, what it does is it abuses the fact that support items are cheap. And Shen is one of the only champions, when you think about it. Buying healing and shielding power is like buying tankiness on Shen. It's almost like buying health. Because a lot of your like durability comes from your passive shields. And when you manage your cooldowns correctly, when you use abilities, when you use key barrier correctly, then you are constantly gaining shields, and it's actually on like 2-second cooldown when you use it correctly. So just getting this, like, this is insane value, guys. It gives 20 heal and shield power, and then next we go Mikael's. It gives another 20, and then if you have Grasp set up, you will gain 5 from Revitalize as well. Is it Smite time already? I think it's Smite time. But I'm gonna hold on to this for now. Is it hook angle? It's definitely Smite time. Yeah, this is big. This is big, guys. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna save the inhibitor. No fighting. No fighting into this Yorick, guys. I can beat Yorick under tower with exhaust. That's what I can do. But no fighting. Don't go into the wave. That's a big no-no, guys. Big no-no. We are using the threat of Shadow Dash. Ah, yeah. This is what happens, guys. But I think it was enough to save Syndra. I think saving Syndra was enough there. Look, what I want to do, my objective here, is to keep Yorick in this lane and don't let him TP. I'm not sure if he even has TP up, but what I want to do is I want to be in range to taunt him whenever. Okay, I tried to exhaust him, but I couldn't. I don't know what's happening right now. I think we killed. Wait. Syndra died as well. That's kind of like really bad. I tried to exhaust him, but I lost vision when he went behind this wall. Wait, I thought we got Baron. I'm inting actually. For some reason I thought we had Baron. We could also take Cloud, maybe? Okay, well that was really my bad. Please. Oh my goodness! Jinx ultimate. They stole it. We redemption here. Maybe they survive. Oh. Careful. You know, patch recently, Riot removed Jinx's epic monster damage cap on ultimate because it has execute. So this is why people are constantly stealing objectives with Jinx ultimate. It's really crazy that they did this, by the way. Like, I don't know how much damage it does, but I bet it does like 1k, 1.2k or something. It's really crazy. Oh, okay. Need to really focus. These games ain't easy, you know, I'm using like 40% of my power for this commentary, so I'm playing like hibernation mode or like a low power, power saving mode, you know? Because this is the same with like, if you had, okay, it's not exactly the same, but if you have chat on, because I have chat disabled, if you have chat on, some of your like brain power will be used for like reading comprehension and thinking about what is written in chat. So when someone writes something stupid, some of your like workload capacity is used for a thing that is not relevant to winning the game. So this is why I'm a huge advocate of keeping chat disabled at all times. Like even in Challenger, I don't care. Like I honestly don't think they give enough information to like make it worth turning it on. Excuse me? Is Yorick damage like legal, by the way? This I took so much damage from those ghouls. This is why I said I don't even want to like I don't even want to fight. Oh no. Oh no, it's a disaster, guys. We didn't even get Lee Sin. Oh no. What are we looking for here? What's the summoner spell? Did I get anything out of this? Barrier is useless. Lens, Ghost. TP can be okay. I think it's TP. Okay. This is I don't know if it's Mika's game. I would go Mika's. Maybe this way. It's quite bad, yes. This is looking really rough. Okay, we need to focus, guys. Don't give up. That's how you get the challenger. You never give up. That's my motto. The will to fight back in these situations is what keeps you going. What determines you as a player? I have huge respect for people who don't give up. I don't give up even though I lost CS. I don't give up even though I died. It's gonna be tough. Next Drake is Soul for them. To stop that. This Yorick is a problem. Let's release them. Scared for it. Maybe good. Not good. I don't know how we like. And TP out. Yep. But they're really like hunting this Jinx down every time. Look how much damage this Yorick is doing. But this Legion just refuses to die. And we just lost again. Just like that. Oh, that's really insane. This Legion actually won me 90 thing. You know what? I'm gonna include this in the video. I don't care. Because when you think about it, how to get to Challenger, you will have to lose. You will have to... This is what you will witness. You will lose. And the moment will come when you will be like, actually, I can't make it to Challenger. I can't do it. But then you just have to realize that everyone faces adversity. How to get to Challenger includes losses. We include losses because that is a part of the climb. You have to embrace. If you only care about wins, if you only think about wins, that is your sole purpose, then you will not have fun in almost 50% of your games. You have to take enjoyment, you have to take purpose from losses as well. They are a part of the climb. They are like inherently built into the system. The outcome does not determine your self-worth as a person or as a player even. I don't care. Your elo does not define you. Look, I lost 15 RP. So what? I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna improve. What did we learn from this game? We just think about it. This is the point where you go. You take the review. You take the replay. You review it. You look at your mistakes. You see, okay, well, in this situation, I kind of gave Yorick a free kill, which resulted in us possibly losing Baron. And in that situation, we lose Baron, except it got stolen by Jinx Ultimate. But if you're results oriented, you think, okay, it was fine because Jinx stole it. But we can't expect Jinx to steal it in every game. So we have to analyze it objectively and say, okay, this was bad play. Yeah. Let's move on to game 4, which will be like on the boundary of Challenger/Challenger. So that will show you what it takes to play in the highest elo. Thanks for watching this far. Welcome guys to the final game of How to Climb to Challenger as Shen. Now, this game is played in Grandmaster/Challenger 550 LPM or somewhere in that range, and every player is either a Grandmaster or Challenger. So this is a very good kind of approximation or example of the games that you guys will face if you are trying to get to Challenger and are facing kind of these last hurdles of LP. Now, I really like our team comp. We have hyperscaling mid lane and bot lane. We got... Ooh, there's an invade coming in. Watch out for the flash hook, definitely. The opponents have Morgana jungle, which is pretty strong right now. But we have Diana jungle, which is also pretty strong right now. They have a press the attack Neeko in the mid lane, which I guess is kind of good into Kassadin. Because she will be able to bully him in lane. This bot lane looks much stronger than ours in the early game. Not an expert on bot lane matchups, but the top lane, Fiora versus Shen, this is an interesting one, really. This is like mechanical limit test matchup, honestly. Because this just comes down to which player plays it better. I'm not sure. Basically, it's early game kind of Shen favored, but then I'm again like not sure, because sometimes it feels like Fiora is stronger early game. So maybe it's my performance, but I feel like it's skill matchup, you know. Depends on... Did I really cancel that auto attack? Okay, let's focus, guys. Last game. End of the journey. Or maybe it's just the start of the journey. He's forcing me out of the wave. This guy's a good player too. Like, I mean, I've seen him play Fiora in a lot of games last season as well. Just gonna get some experience. He will have the control in the early game because of how I played those first minions. Level 2 we can start doing stuff. The Fiora Shen matchup is very dependent on kind of how she uses her parry. Like good Fioras, there is one. I feel like there is one really good Fiora on Europe West. It's a Chinese kid who I kind of dubbed Baby JJ King. I don't know if you know JJ King. He's Chinese Fiora player. Has like really insane mechanics. So he kind of uses different names. The guy who plays on Europe West, but I feel like he's the best Fiora here. Now Fiora will look for cheater recall because she got the slow push and multiple waves to crash on my tower. And I can't really do anything about it. I will just have to pick as much farm up as possible. Not really. These minions have been so close, by the way. I took 2 points into my Q just to make it easier to last hit, but these minions just survived with like a couple of HP, honestly. It was very close that I would have gotten like 5 more farm. Okay, nice. We get crab. Fiora is forced to go around, but she doesn't miss, basically. She gets the experience from this melee minion. In like challenger level games, you rarely kind of get good matchups as Shen. Because people start really like focusing on the draft, and when you start facing competitive or like professional top laners, they will always pick a champion that has an advantage in lane, especially if you blind pick Shen. So you will be facing like GPs, you will be facing Seth. I mean, GP is the main champion that you face in this elo. Naro also. Look, Fiora tried to go for a predictive parry, but I didn't fall into it. I have my W up in 2 seconds. That's why I'm staying here and fighting. Need to wait her Conqueror to run out. She's gonna parry, yep, you need to dodge it. Nice. Did you see how I was kind of like really disciplined on my... I was really disciplined on my auto attack. I knew she was gonna parry because she had it up. And if I get hit by the attack speed slow, I lose that always. So I need to just not go for the auto attack, but instead... we go Bramble West here, by the way. This and this. Okay, this is really nasty build, but we have to do it here. It's just optimal. Honestly, versus Fiora, you need Bramble West. She TP'd back to lane. Sway will eventually push towards me, because I don't have enough minions on my side to keep it frozen for her, which, I mean, it is good. But I think I will be able to get the cannon, which is my priority right now. Maybe I even get this melee minion, probably not. Yeah, this melee minion I do get. I mean, I talk about experience here, not the gold. Experience is much more valuable, obviously, in the early game. I want to tell something about Bramble West. If you block an auto attack with your W. Bramble West will not deal damage. I don't know, the Diana really into that. But I have to go top lane. Look at the wave. Like, I can't go bot. Why is my bot lane 0-5? Okay, guys, if you remember what I talked about in the first game. This bot lane performance is not my fault, but it is my responsibility. Is Fiora gonna be here? No, she went here. I'm gonna pick up the wave now. Oh, come on, let me get... Okay, nice. Oh. Close. Close. Trying to get as much farm as possible. Oh! No! Did I really cancel it? Oh, I can't believe it. These are like... game-changing mistakes that I'm doing right here. Bot lane is really far ahead. But Ignite up soon. She can proc her vitals with the Iron Spike whip effect. Oh, this is really bad for me because she's freezing it. She knows that Janna is here because I wouldn't be this far up obviously, otherwise. I think I killed. Yes. I like really played it perfectly around her parry, by the way. That's so clean. Okay. Okay, guys. I don't care. I'm upload. This is gonna be the last episode. I don't care if I win or lose this. I'm gonna play my heart out, and we're gonna upload this one. Plated steel caps. Yes. Sunfire Ages. No. But we will build Famish Cinderella. Got 35 seconds on my ultimate. Now we're looking at mid lane. Kassadin is scaling alright. Like, it's fine. Kindle Gem. I wonder what this builds into. We don't know this Kassadin's build. I mean, I guess they go for Cosmic Drive. Maybe the Kindle Gem is good for kind of just staying in the lane. Oh no, Morgana is here as well. Get out. Our big minion were stacking towards me. Jinx is kind of in a dangerous position. I really missed it. Like, I don't know why we're forcing this so hard. I like not to do this. Like, we don't need to force this. We're fine topside. I feel like we would need to help bot side much rather. I missed the cannon, by the way. It had like 1 HP after my auto attack. That was really sad. Okay, let me get those. No, close. Nautilus in the mid lane. You know, I think Kassadin is, like, considering the situation, Kassadin is doing very well actually. Is this Nico gonna go for an on-hit build? I mean, that's what I said earlier. I'm just seeing if it will happen. Looks like it. I'm gonna go for a Witch End. Which makes sense. I mean, that seems like a strategically well-suited option to counter Kassadin. Does this really kill, by the way? No. I need to push this wave out to be able to ult though. Maybe save Jonah? No. Ah, disaster. Do you see how I use my E there? I use E next to Fiora, so that I'm able to kind of get her parry without getting stunned myself, and then I just kill her with the ignite. I'm in her mind, guys. I'm telling you. This is how the Fiora Shen matchup is. If you're in her mind, then you can win it. 2 minutes in ultimate. Is that enough to take the tower? Nice. Gonna fix it up. Get this wave and then get out. Oh no, I have to get out. No. Okay, we are TPing. Can I just be Jinx Rocket? I don't have anything, bro. I can't fight this. So difficult. Such a difficult game. They kind of have a lot of CC, but then they have AD, so maybe Sunfire Aegis is actually correct this game. Because I already went for Steel Caps. But I would still want Tenacity, and the only source of Tenacity is Sunfire Aegis. So I'm actually gonna go Sunfire Aegis since I have the money for it. This is not usually what I build, but I'm gonna do it this game. And then, I mean, bot lane is 0-7. We got ultimate in 35 seconds. Mid lane is still only 0-1, which is okay. Yeah, good damage, good damage. Oh yeah, the Steel Caps are also good versus Nico. He's on hit. Yeah. Nice. I just keep thinking that I don't have enough attack speed to get these minions, but I do, like, just barely. 5 seconds in ulti. Jinx stayed in Morgana's W, by the way, and back to that. That's a bit sad. But it is our responsibility to win this game. Not our fault that team is losing. It is our responsibility to win. Yes, I mean, it's fine that I get interrupted. It's almost better. I'm really fine with this. I'm gonna flash out of there. I'm getting thermos easy here. Oh, come on! I can't move. I legit can't move. Yeah, I thought I could kill Nico, but Morgan and Kai'Sa were both here. Shanna just got. Auga! I guess we need magic resistance. Yeah, like, we need magic resistance, because look at this, we took 2000 magic damage. But what item do we go? I'm not gonna build Witch Sand, that seems so int. Maybe actually Mikael's. I honestly think Mikael's might be good here. Because that works magic resist option, and then also I can use it to cleanse my ADC into late game. Yeah, I think Mikael's is correct. We have 45 on ultimate. We only have 2 ultimate hunter stacks. Oh yeah, because all of my kills have been on Fiora. Let's control ward this. 30 seconds ultimate. 20 seconds ultimate. I think you win. No. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I went 4-0 versus this guy in lane. I tried, man, but apparently Fiora is too fed somehow for my team. She can legit 1v2 at this point. Which is kind of crazy. What is this blasting one building into? Does she go Nashor's Tooth next? I'll look for something maybe. Bruh, what is this? My bot lane 0-4! I mean 0-10. Maybe she crits. Can I even kill her, right? No, she lived with 20 HP, by the way. I have to be the unluckiest man alive right now. Let's focus up, guys. We got a game to win. 1 minute on ulti. Is Mountain Drake taken? Yes. Yes, it's taken. They can get the Herald here. I should not share experience with Kassadin. Really shouldn't be taking resources away from him. Much better use of my time to clear a ward or something. Maybe clear jungle camp. It's Diana's top side, so this jungle camp is basically shared team property at this point. Recall now. 30 seconds on ultimate. Guys, it's winnable. We just need to kill Kai'Sa, get the shutdown onto Jinx. Something like that. Something. Janna is dead. 10 seconds ulti. Kai'Sa's mid lane, she has no flash. We really need to kill somehow. Yeah, come on. What is this? Like, okay, we kill Nautilus at least. Okay, our Kassadin gets one shot. No, what is? Nah, fam, like, the way my bot lane is performing this game, they're very good players, because they're top of the ladder. Let's see, 70 seconds on ultimate. Can't quite finish my Mikaels. They have 3 Drakes, next Drake will mean Soul. Kassadin lane. Nautilus is bot. Fiora is bot also. I mean, thing is Kassadin went bot, so I won't go there. Otherwise I would have liked to be bot side, so that I'm on the opposite side of Baron. But I don't have my ultimate up yet. Like, I kind of actually just want to get Mikaels. Because that's a power spike. And I have it already if I recall on self. I'm gonna check Baron like this. Okay, good catch. Nice, another. But we get one shot by Kaz. No fun. He's saying it. You guys blessing maybe? Control wards. My team surrenders! Come on, guys! Come on, you need to fix this attitude. I honestly think I'm still gonna use this as my last game. And let me explain why. The outcome of this game does not determine the educational value. It does not determine the educational value of this video. And that is why I will simply include a clip of me getting promoted into Challenger on this climb that I did, and leave it at that. Because I honestly think that this game had some value, because you need to see that the best players suffer with bad teams as well. Okay, it's kind of wrong of me to call myself one of the best players, but you know what I mean. Like if you compare me to Diamond player or like Gold player, then yes, I can be considered like good player, you know. So I think it's educational for you guys to see that this happens. I know she won't be good for me. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.